What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? It's your boy Hakeem. I was just gonna make another video based on police brutality and the, uh, the people that fall victim to police brutality. This is not gonna be that long. I say about 4 minutes, 5 minutes. But I'm gonna talk about police brutality, and I'm gonna talk about using your brain. Just in case of a confrontation with a racist police officer. You got good cops that are out there. People don't believe it, but there are. God put good people down here, good souls that were raised on religious ideologies like Islam, Christianity, atheism, Buddhism, Jadoism, Taoism, Pan-Africanism beliefs, black nationalist beliefs, liberalism, conservatism, right? So, liberalism is the belief that you don't want change. So say if you're white, right? And say if you're racist, but you hide it. Because that's what the enemy does. The enemy likes to hide their beliefs. They like to leave it in the clouds or leave it behind closed doors, right? Leave it in the dirt. Same thing, just like different elements. But yeah, doors, like behind the door, like not tell anybody, not tell their family or members until they hide it for 10 years, from like 18, 16 to 26, and they tell their cohorts or other racial members, right? Other whites. And you got some revolutionary whites that would agree with them, because revolutionary whites try to hide their ideologies just to make sure that they live longer and to avoid confrontation with a bunch of jokes. The Most High is stronger than the devil, right? So, if he's stronger than the devil, why are so many people dying to good cops, right? Bad cops, right? Conservatism is so like we're liberalism, right? Say everyone talk to a white liberal, right? And he's hiding who he is, to me. And we're having a conversation about religion, about 50,000 galaxies, and what else? Get out. And basically, you have a conversation about black people in churches, black people watching movies, and just like hanging out with each other, right? And I say like 30 minutes later, after the conversation ends, based on home appliances and taking out trash and reading books, watching TV, eating junk food, folding your clothes, right? Washing dishes, taking out the trash, just stuff like that, right? Just like regular things that people do, right? I say 30 minutes later, he pulls out his gun to shoot you. Now, because he thinks that you're comfortable enough to be around him and to turn your back around him, right? You turn your back around him and he shoots you, right? So you have to pay attention to the person's features. You have to know about the person's features. You have to know about their brain, their head, their eyes, their body language, all of that. It tells you what kind of person that they are. If they're a bad person or a good person. Let's cut all the bullshit. Let's get behind this. Let's break the barriers, people. You either with Allah or you with Satan. Some people go with Allah and Satan. There's religions in Africa that they practice that as well. But you can tell if a person is a bad person, especially if you got common sense. Now, there's many people out there with no common sense, especially here in this country, in America, right? And like I said, right? Open the door behind the dirt, behind closed doors, in a graveyard, either with Allah or Satan, either with Allah, Lucifer, or Jesus Christ or Allah or in Lucifer, right? You got religions in Africa that promote that, right? Religions in Africa that promote that, right? We know Allah, Lucifer, and Satan. So look, you have to pay attention to that person's verbal persona as well. And you have to look into their eyes and you have to pay attention to their body language. That's how you find out if they're racist or not. Or if they're a conservative, a good person that wants change, that doesn't want to be in a racist, vile, murderous, raping, systematic elimination plan of good people here on this earth, which are known as blacks, right? But you got good whites out there as well, and you have you got bad whites as well. You got bad Japs, good Japs. You got good Chinese, bad Chinese, right? Whether they're liberal or conservative, they're all people. We were all created for one purpose, and that's to share love and humanitarianism. Now, I'm not a Muslim. I haven't been a Muslim for like a year now. I grew up with Islamic ideologies as far as my late teen years till my early 20s, but I'm not a Muslim or a Christian. I'm actually studying atheism right now, and this is coming from an atheist. Like they're like, you can't, like there's some things that, or not come from an atheist, but I'm just studying atheism. No belief system, and no spirit realm, because I believe that I've reached my limit where I am basically going to get into the music industry or something like that, right? Or even acting, but it's going to be like for like low budget films. Hopefully, God forbid, it's not a highly like a Luciferian agenda or community, right? Hopefully, it's like I say like have Satan, have Jesus, but we know this, right? So you have to pay attention to that person's body language and to their demeanor. Answer all questions. If they ask you about your rights, you say you have the right not to steal, right not to kill, right not to murder, right not to steal, right not to kill, right not to murder, right not to do PCP, marijuana, crack cocaine, weed. You have the right not to steal business ideals from people. Like you sell sneakers or shoes or Jordans, or you cook food and you look up a recipe from another restaurant that's in competition with you, and you copy up their recipe just to gain more money for your franchise. Don't do that. That's sick, man. Create your own ideas. Many people don't have morals out here. Look at all these Satan worshipers. Look at all these Illuminati members on TV. All you see is gay shit and vandalism, and in like PG shows and cartoons and stuff. Like you see like witchcraft. Okay, I'm a big fan of God, right? But I'm also a big fan of Lucifer as well. I'm just letting you guys know that. And if you're okay with that, I'm fine. If you're not okay, if you don't want to hear this video, click out of the video. This is for people who really want to know the truth. When a police officer confronts you, ask all questions, answer all questions. Say you're not a felon. Say you haven't stole or vandalized property, or this is just common sense stuff too. This is in the Bible. Don't commit biblical witchcraft against your family. Don't sell out on your family unless you absolutely reach your journey as far as your soul, right? As far as your spiritual soul. Don't, take care of yourself. Eat your fruits. Eat your veggies. Eat your oranges, your apples, your bananas, your pears, your carrots, your broccoli. Eat your salads. It's good for you. It's got calcium. It's got vitamin D and helps bone structures and bone strength, right? Eat your fruit, eat your veggies. Eat your oranges, bananas, and grapefruit. Eat your broccoli, eat your carrots, eat your salads, right? Because you got vitamin C and vitamin D that helps strengthen up the bones. Alright, y'all, so I'm about done with this video. Stay vigilant. Peace. Keep your religious rights to yourself. Don't explain it to corporations. Serve the corporation with all discipline. Listen to them, obey them, sweep them off the floors, put the ice in the dispensary, cook the nuggets, the burgers, the fries, put the nuggets in the fries in the greaser fryer for 5 minutes on a heating temperature of 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Make your sandwiches with the lettuce, ketchup, tomato, or ketchup, or mustard ketchup, pickles, relish, tomatoes, mustard ketchup, pickles, relish, tomatoes, the bun, and then the mayonnaise in the bun. Fix your nuggets, put your jalapeno peppers on there, spicy hot and make chickens. Fix the filet-o-fish, buttermilk crispy chicken sandwiches. Put the chicken tenders and the chicken buttermilk crispy chicken patties and grilled chicken patties in the oven or the fryer for like 10 minutes. Do it, or 7-8 minutes. I mean, do what you're told. Live life, breathe air, and relax, and let God take care of you. Peace, love y'all. Obey all the cops. Stop disobeying them. Stop not listening to them. If you're guilty of something like that, and you know what you're doing, just suffer the consequences. Just go through it like a real person. You'll feel much better about yourself. Build your moral basis. Pay attention to your mother and your father that's in your life, and pay attention to how they raise you. If they raise you well with morals and discipline, you're good to go. If they don't, listen to God. He's the only way out of this. You all have a blessed day. Peace, love you, and you all be safe. And you all stay away from these satanic ideals that they show on movies and TV, which is money, sex, and power. That's what Satan believes. There's also what God's believe as well. There's different levels to the stuff. You got different religions. I say be all the religions you can be, and stay vigilant, y'all. Remember the 50,000 galaxies. Y'all be safe. Love y'all. Peace. Love. This is my final video I'm gonna be making for today. Peace. Love y'all. Y'all be safe. Goodbye. Thank you. 50,000 galaxies. 50,000 galaxies.